Good morning. My name is Cyndi, and I am a yoga instructor at the Orlando Cat Café in Kagan's Crossing, and I'm coming to you this morning to bring you a short yoga class that I'm doing in conjunction with Experience Kissimmee, the Orlando Cat Café, and as you can see behind me, Amped Sports Performance in Claremont. This is a place where I train and I work out of. But I also teach classes monthly at the Orlando Cat Café. And we're going to do a little yoga class today that's going to be kind of fun. We're going to do some poses that actually explore some of the cool sights and activities that we have around the Orlando area. So let's get started. We're going to start on our hands and knees. So we're putting our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips, and our toes are uncurled in the back. And the first thing we're going to do here is just kind of work on our breath. So we're going to breathe in our nose and then out through our nose, and just do that a couple times to get used to the rhythm of our breath. And then the next time you breathe in, we're going to take our back and arch it. We're going to lift our eyes up to the ceiling, and this is cow pose. And then as we exhale, we are going to round our back, tuck our tailbones under, bring our chin to the chest, and this is our favorite because it's cat pose. And we're going to alternate between these two poses, inhaling into our cow, and then exhaling and rounding into our cat. I'm going to do this a few more times. Usually when I teach with kids, I like to have them make the sound. So here at Amped, we do some aerial classes, and my students always love to make the cow sound as they arch, and then they make the cat sound as they round. All right, let's do one more. We've got so many great activities in the Orlando and Kissimmee area that involve animals. So you're going to see a lot of animal poses today. Awesome. One more time, rounding that back. Good. And then we are going to come back to this tabletop position. Reminds me of the tables where we ate our fun little picnic lunch at Legoland. Let's bring the toes together, separate the knees, and move your hips back towards your heels. This is called child's pose. So we're just going to swivel our shoulders a little bit and start to stretch out our arms. Good. And then we're going to lift up just like we were before. We're going to walk the hands out in front, drop our chest down towards the ground. And this is called puppy dog pose. So just hold here, taking a few breaths, and you know you can woof woof like a puppy if you like. Awesome. All right, so let's lift up. Bring your hands back a little bit so they're just in front of our shoulders. We are going to bend our elbows and lower down towards the ground. From here, we're going to take the shoulders back, keep the elbows in, squeeze, and this is our Cobra Pose. I told you we were going to have lots of animal poses today. Good, so let's lower down, press the hips up and back into a child's pose. Awesome, so let's inhale, come forward again, and now we're going to have a striking cobra. I bet we have some of those at some of these animal parks. We are going to dive our head down, our chin, our chest, our elbows stay close, and we come up here to this cobra position again, elbows slightly bent, and the hips are going back. Let's do that one more time. We're going to strike that cobra, come up, dive down, elbows are in, we're pressing up to our cobra, nice. And then we're going to push the hips back. So we're going to do our striking cobra, and this time we're going to take it to an upward-facing dog. So lift, dive down, keep the elbows in close. Now we're going to straighten the arms. Our thighs lift up a little bit. And this is our upward-facing dog. This is like when he's trying to get a treat after he's done something good. Let's push back. One more time. Inhale, dive down, striking cobra. Let me see the cobra on your way to your upward-facing dog. And now this time, let's take our toes and flip them over, push our hips up nice and high, and we've got a downward facing dog. Awesome, so we're gonna do what we call walking the dog. I guess a lot of you had done that during quarantine. We are gonna bend one knee and then the other, and this is called walking our dog. Yes, the hips stay high, we're reaching the heels towards the ground, and we're just pedaling out the feet. I've done a few bike rides during my quarantine also. Lots of cool places to ride your bike around Kissimmee. All right, so let's reach the heels towards the ground. Nice. All right, So we're gonna take our right foot and we're gonna step it forward right between our hands. So we want our knee above our ankle. So if it doesn't get there, if it ends up back here, then we're gonna help it forward and put it right there. So we're gonna take the back heel, bring it to the ground, and we're gonna take a deep breath in, lift the body up, and we are gonna stand up like we are standing on a paddleboard. Yes. All right, so we are gonna grab our paddle. We are gonna take the arms down, bring that paddle into the water, and swing it around. Let's come back and take another paddle. We're gonna take 5 paddles to really get that paddle in the water. Maybe we're kayaking. Lots of great lakes around the area, fun water sports, and let's do one more big paddle, taking us across the water, and we are gonna land right here. All right, so let's open the arm up, and we'll settle in here, and we're just gonna coast on our paddleboard for a moment. Nice. Let's take that front arm and lift it up to the sky. We're gonna reach back and stretch. This is called Sun Warrior. And boy, do we get a lot of beautiful sunny days here in Florida, don't we? So we're gonna enjoy. Nice. Let's inhale and lift up. Bring the hands back down. Good. Bring your hands onto your front thigh. Step the feet together. And I'm gonna turn just so you can see me. So our feet are together, my knees are together, my heels of my feet are together, and I'm gonna bend my knees like I'm sitting in a chair. See? I'm gonna have the hands right here for a moment. All right, so we are getting ready to ride one of the many fun roller coasters around town. It can be a really big one, like maybe the Hulk, or it can be a little one that's not so scary, right? All right, so if you're super brave, take a moment to say a prayer before this roller coaster starts. We're gonna be super brave because when this roller coaster takes off, boom, we're taking our arms up in the air. Look, Mom, no hands. Awesome. Woo, press into your feet. Stand up nice and tall. Open your arms and bring your fingers together in the back. Reach your knuckles back. Yes, and open your heart. Ah, we did it. We rode the roller coaster. Let's do it again. I love roller coasters, but this time we're gonna sit in the front row. So inhale, bring your arms up. Here we go. It's taken off. Sit into your chair. We got a little bit longer ride this time. Woohoo! Yes, press into your feet, stand up tall. We did it. All right, let your arms come down. Good. Now we're gonna step the feet out really wide, and then we are gonna turn to the other side. So we are gonna get back on our paddleboard. We are gonna grab our paddle, and we're gonna take 5 rows on this side. So big row. We're taking that paddle in the water, and we're pulling ourselves across the water. Good, let's do one more big row, and then we'll land right here. Good, so anybody ever go on an airboat ride? I've only been a couple times, but one thing I noticed when I went is I would be sitting there waiting for it to take off, and when that thing takes off, boy, it takes off, and then it's like, woo, lift your arms up, lean back. It's like the wind blows you way back, like it's gonna blow you right off the boat, and then we're gonna come forward. Ooh, yes. Good, let's open the arms. Nice. So, anybody ever do any archery? Yes. So we're gonna reach, grab our bow and arrow, and we're gonna pull back. Aim it, and let it go. Let the arm open back up. One more time, let's reach forward, grab the bow, pull it back, and let the arrow go. Open the arms, turn your feet to the front, bring your arms all the way up, and we're gonna bend into sun worshiper. We're back in that sunshine on one of our beautiful beaches. All right, let's bring our feet together. So I bet some of you have gone to the tree trek park, and you have to balance as you're walking on those ropes. So we're gonna do a little balance work today to get us ready for the tree trek park. You will put your heel onto your other leg, or maybe just bring it up onto the calf. We're gonna stand here,
And we're gonna find our stillness just for a couple minutes. If you wobble and you have to bring the foot down, that's okay. This is where we practice it. And at the tree trek park, they're actually gonna have you hooked up to things so you don't fall. So you're always safe. Awesome. All right, let's bring that foot down and let's try the other side. We want to be balanced on both sides. So rest the heel on the leg, bring the foot up. Maybe you want to bring it up even higher, make it a little bit more challenging for yourself. It's your choice. Well done. Let's bring that foot down. Give yourselves a hand. That was awesome. Let's have a seat again. We got a couple more poses that we're going to do. We have to do something for Gatorland, right? I know we already did our Cobra position. I've never been to Gatorland. Can you believe it? But I'm guessing they might have some snakes there. But we are actually going to start with fish pose, and then we're going to go into alligator pose. So for fish pose, we're going to sit with our legs out in front of us. We are going to bring our hands behind us, and then we're going to start bending our elbows. So we're kind of laying here. I bet some of you lay like this when you are watching TV. But now we're going to lift our hips and bring our hands right under our lower back. We're going to bring the elbows in really close, and then we're going to lift our heart and let our head drop back. And this is our fish pose. I know a lot of you probably go fishing. There are so many lakes, like we talked about before, to paddleboard on and kayak on. And I know lots of people I see in my development that people are going fishing all the time. So take a big breath in here. Bring the chin into your chest. Take your elbows out. And then we're going to lay ourselves down on the ground. So we have got to get an alligator pose. It's not Florida without alligators. So our last pose here is going to be bringing the knee into the chest and pulling it across. This is alligator. You can also take that leg and straighten it and let it drop down to the ground. But if that hurts too much or you don't like it, you can keep it bent. And then we are going to take this arm in front. We're going to bring it up and over like a big alligator mouth. Reach it over to the other arm and then open it back up. We're going to do that 2 more times. Lift it up and over. Connect the alligator mouth. And open, and last time, 3 big alligator chops. And we open. And then we're going to roll back to the center and do the other side. So the knee comes in, and it comes across. We turn our head and look away from the knees, and then we're going to bring that back arm around to the front, and open wide. Have you ever seen an alligator's mouth open wide? They don't chop this slow. When they're closing that mouth, it's going quick. And then open back up. Awesome. And then roll back to the center. Now I want you to grab your knees in a little ball, rock forward and back, because we're having a ball, right? All right. Come into a seated position, and we are all done except for one little pose. Let's take a deep breath in. Bring your palms together at the top, and as you exhale, lower down in front of your heart. And every time I finish a class at the Café, we always finish with whiskers. So bring your thumb and index fingers together, make your whiskers, and you are all done. So thank you for joining us. If you have any questions, reach out to Experience Kissimmee, who will be posting this video. If you have any students that are middle school age or high school age that are athletes, you definitely want to check out AMP Sports Performance here in Claremont area. They do sport-specific training for all sports, so it's awesome. We also do aerial arts and aerial yoga and yoga for athletes here, so lots of different things that you can get here at AMP. Thanks for joining in. Have a great day.